throne room is full of people. Your allies stand around the throne, waiting in silence as you approach. The atmosphere is tense. Today, you're discussing the strange and deadly blight that recently struck your barony. The gloomy silence is only penetrated by loud chewing. Nook has grabbed a whole fried chicken from the table and is busily devouring it, ignoring everyone else completely. Jihad folds his hands on his chest. Well, now that we're all here, let's sum up what we know. We've each spent a lot of time and effort to learn what we can about where the monsters came from and what's causing this strange disease. I hope this conversation can help shed some light on the situation. We need to hurry. If we don't find the source of this blight and eliminate it, we may end up with a rebellion on our hands. Let's summarise what we found at this point. See how the surgery showed that it was magic seeds causing the disease, correct? Right. Judging from the location and the patient's bodies, these seeds were ingested. It seems likely that they're initially extremely small, almost invisible, and people simply swallow them with their food. Once the seed is in their stomach, it begins to grow and cause the symptoms we have seen in our patients. As soon as the seed grows enough strength, it sprouts and turns into a magic portal. Just like a bird turning into a flower, a bud turning into a flower. Ezreal, forgive me. He stares into the distance for a moment. Something must have possessed me to say that. It really does look like blooming. Each seed tears the body of its victim, just as a flower tears its bud. I still think it's the bloom lassie. It certainly feels that way. We discovered the Lamastu cultists weren't involved with the monster infection. It doesn't mean they're innocent in other crimes, but the monster evasion at least is not their work. Hearing the name Lamastu draws Nook's attention. Mother is not to blame here. Told you. But you listen to me. Yep. Goblins obviously like having all these monsters around. To them, it's a sign of Lamastu's benevolence. I say they're just excited by anything new that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they're linked to this story somehow. But I doubt the seeds were created by a goblin shaman. Besides, a plan like this seems a little beyond the local goblin chief's intelligence. He raised his head. Know what I think? I think Goblin King is rotten lice scratcher. Shaman plays him like a red reed pipe, babbles about Lamastu, then plots behind his back. Can you tell me where these monsters came from, Tristan? The ones that appear because of this bloom? Undoubtedly from some world alien to our own. All the monsters appearing from the bloom are exceptionally large and strong. It would be rare to encounter these such specimens in the Stolen Lands, or even on most of Glorian. It's impossible to say what it is that lies on the other side of the portals. That's intent on killing your people. So the bloom's essential properties are strange seeds getting into people's bodies, which causes their disease and eventually creates magic portals. Now, we just need to discover where the seeds are coming from. If I may, I've noticed an interesting detail. Well, two details to be precise. First, the seeds afflict mostly in villagers. There have been no recorded cases of disease within the city limits, except for those who came here looking for the cure. That's right, so thus we can assume a common factor in how people are exposed to these seeds. Many villagers get their food from the same territory. Oh, here we go. War, is it? Tristan slowly shakes his head. I don't think food is a problem. Take a look. He points at the map. We have the most cases of disease here, and over here. Monsters mostly attack here and here. The click fingers travels down the map, tapping points along the fluid line. You see, the situation is most dire along the banks of the Gurden River. A rest will have mercy. Exactly, along the river. That must be where the seeds come from their drinking water. So we have to go upstream to find the source of the blight. Take me. I want to settle score with King. Question straightens up and flexes. If you allow me, Baron, I'd like to take the lead on this. I'll take the best members of the militia with me and sweep the woods along the river. We'll look under each and every rock if needed. After everything they've been through, these people deserve a chance to discover the source of this misfortune. Time is precisely what we lack, please. Don't delay too long. I'll go to my men immediately. I hope you'll choose to join us soon. Didn't fucking like that, did I? Okay. How did you find the link between the disease and the river? You see, Baron, these seeds are not the only sign of something abnormal at work. Remember the ruins where we first met? The gland near those ruins, full of huge flowers? Glades such as that tend to appear all over the stolen land. Seems strange, does it not? Especially if we take into account that the magic seeds and the portals they create look like flowers themselves. Jihad even called this disaster the bloom. I'd like to research this natural phenomenon, perhaps. Your Grace, we have trouble. The peasants are rioting. Oh, great. It's the only solution these nitwits could come up with. Don't worry, Baron. As long as they're not setting fire to the streets, we still have a chance of coming to a peaceful resolution. If you allow me, I'll go and speak with them. Do my best to calm the crowd down. And if peace doesn't prevail, your guards and I will stand with you. Let's go. I can hear them shouting even from here. Great. The murmuring crowd takes up almost the entire square. The murmuring turns to shouts at your arrival, and a stone flies out the crowd and strikes the cobbles at your feet. Alright. The choir's good. Well, I'm good. Please hear me out before you lynch me. I know you're tired and disgruntled. I am too. Day after day, I and my companions seek a solution to your misfortunes. We've saved so many from this fatal disease, and if the gods have mercy, we can save even more. So please, let us do what we can. Return to your homes, to your loved ones. They need you, just as I need your patience and good faith. Well, that was easy. The ground before you sways and mumbles. People look at one another, talk in a hushed tone, shake their heads and frown. It seems rebels who were screaming and jeering a minute ago lost all their confidence. Finally, one of the peasants opens his mouth. The Baron is right. You really believe this? It's pure nonsense. Don't you get it? We could run the Baron through, but it wouldn't change a thing. He's of more use alive than dead. So be it, Baron. We'll let you pass, but don't forget, we're trusting you with our lives. Find the source, save the children. Hello, Your Grace. Feels strange. It's amazing I can just go and have a chat with an actual Baron. I want to talk about Ikun. I am worried about him lately, although worried might be too strong a word. He is way too gloomy, even more than usual, if that's possible. Life without the family must be hard for him. But he is not completely alone. He has us. I know we can't replace what he lost, but we must remind him that we are here and he can talk to us. Oh. What I'm getting at is that we should hold a merry reverie and use the opportunity to talk to him, heart to heart. If we just invite him for a drink, he'll no doubt refuse. We must organise everything in secret. We'll gather guests, prepare food and drink, bring a Ikun, and have so much fun. I'll even bring my loot. What do you say? Helping a coon is our comradely duty, but if you need to throw a feast to do that, then that's what we'll do. I talked to Elena and the innkeeper, and she's happy to help us. Although between us, I'm not sure what made her so enthusiastic. Anyway, you should talk to her, and I should go and think what I'm going to play. And one more thing, don't be late. I fear if you don't pull a coon out of this mood now, be too late. So is this like a, we have to do this? I'm going to assume. Bucket. Ooh, a ring. There you go, a little something from old Boken. If you ever need anything, lass. You must come to talk about the feast for a Kundile. I'll be happy to. I'll provide food and drinks. Everything will be first class. You'll serve at this feast with your permission and grace. For such an honour, such esteemed guest, I like to do it myself, your grace. Why would you? It'd be my pleasure. I hope everyone likes it. Ah, so she's in. She wants to get jiggy with a Kundile then. Alright, so we need a place to agree. I guess there's no two ways about it. We'll have to have it right in this room. We can decorate it, of course. Forgive me, but if we are thinking about the same Kundile, he will likely feel uncomfortable indoors. The feast must definitely be held in the woods, if Madame Innkeeper is up for such a challenge. Who are you? My name is Natavi. I'm passing through the city. Ikun and I know each other from long ago, since back when we guarded caravans. We travelled together for a long time. He is born a ranger. He always feels calmer under an open sky. I know him well. Can you think of a suitable place? How about the Royal Hunting Grounds? I've seen this place in passing. It's not far from the city. It's a cosy nook and there's water nearby. I might not know a Kundile as well as some, but I see no trouble in holding a feast in the woods, or on a mountain, or in a swamp for that matter. Wonderful. In that case, I'll gladly meet both of you in the agreed upon place. Guess we're going to the hunting grounds then. My, I've seen a lot since as a keeper here, but when one just invites herself like that, she clicks her tongue. Oh, what got into me grumbling? It's high time to start cooking, your grace. Please take care of bringing a Kundile to the agreed place. Lindsay and I will do the rest. Okie. Oh. Speak of the devil. Yes, silently for a few moments, completely still. We wanted to have a picnic for a long time. Join us. Grabbing Ikun's arm, Elena leads him to the table with food. Please come here, Kundile. You don't mind if I call you Ikun? Fixes her hair and you notice a tattoo of a stinging wasp on her wrist. Following the couple with a long stare, Natavi says quietly to you, please come to me when everyone is busy eating and drinking. I would like to talk to you. We got acquainted very suddenly. Ah, that's right. When we met for the first time, I had to speak to him. Interruptions be damned. What was I supposed to do? I haven't seen Ikun for such a long time, and I was so surprised to hear about him. What would you want to talk about? Smile, me? I don't know. What do you mean? I'm still thinking about them. I wake up with the first rays of sun. I see the faces of my family. Fire turns to ashes, midday turns to midnight. And when the stars are shining, I still think of them. Some days bitterness and rage fills me. I drive them away. Other days I feel a smile on my face and I appall myself. Only hunting numbs my feelings, but the further I follow the trail, the darker the woods are, and the harder it is to find my place. Don't submit to despair. Deep inside you want to be happy again, and your family would want the same for you. Don't be ashamed of the moments where joy returns to your life. Easier said than done, but there is wisdom to your words. You never tell me about Natabi. How'd you meet? The guarded caravan. She talked a lot, I thought. She must be in love with her own voice. No, she's in love with you, mate. But over time we walked many roads together. I learned she had a steady eye and a strong hand. Why did you stop talking? Amanda said, a caravan is here. You'll go to the tavern again? The Tavi is a bad influence. And then the Tavi started coming less and less. Be close, we were friends, and friends leave. But stay anyway. Trying very hard to please you. She's the lady of the house. This is her responsibility. I grew up in the Tambu, far from here, but never liked the city. I left it years ago and haven't been back since. I remember leaving it vividly. The little towers covered with bright mosaics dot the horizon, while I lay hidden in the bushels of sugar cane on a rumbling cart, drawn by a lame old donkey. How'd you meet Ikun? We guarded a caravan together. At first I couldn't stand Ikun. I took his silence for arrogance, but then a sandstorm forced us to spend a week in a tiny village. We drank every time the old inn had to offer, and got to know each other. Didn't you say before that he doesn't like taverns? He behaved somewhat differently when he was young. Alright, Ikun never mentioned you. You don't say. It can't be. He looks at you with a smirk, and he is usually so talkative, keeps talking about himself, his past, his dreams and plans, a couple of jokes here and there. A curious tattoo, a stinging wasp, does it mean anything? Your Grace is very observant. This tattoo is a tribute to tradition. It symbolises the transitions from unconsciousness, dogmatic conformality to mindfulness and self-awareness. Wow. Right, what do you want me to talk about? I wanted to ask you a favour. You see, Elena, the innkeeper, treats me coldly, and I have no reason why. Yesterday, for instance, she argued with me before changing the sheets in my room, and today she refuses to pour me a glass of wine. So I was thinking she shouldn't refuse if the Baron himself asked for a bottle of wine. What a strange question, really. Why would I need a bottle of wine at a party? I'll think about it. Why do you need a bottle of wine? Well, I just wanted to steal Ikun for a moment, to walk and talk with him, eye to eye. I've known him a long time, and he could definitely use someone to talk to. Okay. So what you're saying is I have an influence.
Need to catch my breath.
Well, basically, who Ikun goes with. Great. Your attention. My friends, let's raise our glasses, let's celebrate our adventures, and that we have others to share with them. Also, let's thank Elena for a generous feast. The evening was wonderful. And now I'd like to play something special for you. I haven't composed anything for a while, but this is a special occasion. Music starts flowing. Lindsay's performance isn't perfect, but it's deep and emotional. One cadence follows another, and music echoes amongst the trees. Suddenly you notice that Akun is standing much closer than you thought. You realise he's slowly moving closer to you, fidgeting from foot to foot and trying not to look at anyone. Try to shove Akun closer to Elena. Turning red as a beat, Akun whispers an apology and moves towards Elena. She grabs Akun by arm, looking at you gratefully. She finally strikes the final chord and the sound fades. Pleased with her performance, Lindsay receives well-deserved applause. Do you hear that, folks? I don't hear anything. Oh no. Tricked me. Tricked me. Can we eat this fucking thing here? Or is he going to steal it? The wolf who was standing nearby before wags its tail and approaches Akun. Just look at that. It seems so loyal. You have to give him a name. You do. You've been together far too long. You've been through so much together. Shakes her head. The heart wants what it wants. Why would one fake affection when there is none? Name is Oakbowl. Edna looks at Akun and seems to forget about the whole world for a moment. That's better. A wonderful, imposing name, well chosen. By the way, friends, not to sound too mundane, but I'm quite tired and we still have to get to the city. Maybe it's time we pack up. Alright, that was quite a feast. Already in my throne room, so. There. Finally, you have your own advisors for culture affairs. I am so happy you entrusted this with me. First of all, our barony is not doing so well. People care more about the soil and what it can give them, and not about affairs of the spirit or the life of the mind. But we can fix this. Your subjects just need a gentle nudge in this direction. You just have to spend a little money and time on education. Open private schools, offer classes at temples, or even invite foreign teachers to the capital. Anything will be better than what we have now. Oh, the school now. Grace, I must inform you, your military affairs have begun to take up all my time. And more than once I have overlooked a detail concerning domestic security. Please hire a warden and advisors who will watch over the safety of your subjects, and I shall continue to carry out the responsibilities of your general. Cassell turns his attention to the map on the stolen lands. New recruits keep coming, your grace. You must decide where the barracks is to be built. To remind that it would be best to build both the barracks and their training camps nearby, close to the capital. Many of these youths burn with enthusiasm, but until it is tempted by discipline, they will never be as good in battle as they hope they would be. I recommend we create camps to train and drill all those who will protect these lands in the future. Take care of everything. I mean, I have to do that another fucking thing. Who's this? Mim Wobbleganger. There you are. I waited to see you in person for a long time. All of Brevoy is talking about your feats. The girl is smiling curiously, sizing up. She finally nods to you. Mim Wobblegander, the greatest goldsmith in Restov. At your service. Happy to meet the ruler of this land. You know, it's quite beautiful here. The view of the lake, surrounded by picturesque green forest, your inspiration for a lovely brooch design. I do have a sapphire, but no green jewels, and I have no idea who can help me with this. We're surrounded by simpletons here, who knows nothing of sublime matters, except for you, of course. Oh. What is the greatest goldsmith in Rostov doing in this backwater? seeking recognition and inspiration. You see, not everyone in Restov realizes how unfairly destiny has divided its gift between me and my competitors. I've got all the talent, you see, and they got all the glory and respect. It's all nonsense, though. I'll soon remedy this irksome situation. Besides, I'm normally tired of Restov's dust and greyness, and the views from here to the towers of the Lebanese is beyond compare. Just look at those peaks, such mysterious power in their easy dignity. Why should I help you? They say if I'm provided an appropriate place to work, I wouldn't mind staying for a while to draw upon the special inspiration of these lands gave me. Of course, I would express gratitude to my patron from time to time, with gifts befitting the status and my mastery. Very well, you shall have your gemstone. Wonderful. I shall impatiently await your return. Gemstone. Gemstone. Varrask the Wildfish. The half-orc bows diligently, trying to adhere to etiquette. Your Grace, I come bearing gifts, a sign for my gratitude for taking an old man into your service. With such weapons, you can go on raids and protect your lands. Everything has been tempered in lamb blood with proper prayers to all the proper gods. Everything is done with care for you personally. The Extinguisher. Anyway, it was amusing work, but I could give you something even more impressive. A weapon worthy of Gurum's herald. But I need your help with something. Come by if you're interested. Thank you. Keep at it. Gladly, when a weapon or armour is made for a good fight, the work does itself. And I know that many great fights await you. Okay. And everybody wants to see me today, eh? I am happy to see you, almost worthy one. A new gift and new stories await you. Please accept this fine item. It's been crafted according to the traditions of Fedruni craftsmanship. Even the impossible kingdoms, possessing something so precious, would inspire awe and envy. I would gladly relate a story from my homeland that inspired me to create this, but alas, due to another pressing matter, I must take my leave sooner than I would like. No doubt that's something else I've got to deal with. Obligation. So, what was this relish you spoke of? Can I help you fix it? It's a hammer named Obliteration. Hold it with both hands. Whatever you hit, the only thing left there will be a greasy spot. I gave it to my son when it got too heavy for me. He named it Nibbler. You see, its head has beak-like wedges made of inubrix. It's a very hard celestial metal. It cuts through iron like a knife cuts through butter. It was a fine hammer. Nobody knows how many skulls it's cracked. It broke the day my son was killed. The hammer's head cracked all over from a magical blow. It needs to be reforged, but where can I possibly get my inubrix? Without that, the hammer is just an ordinary sledge. You can use it to hammer in posts, or tie it to your neck and drown. The technically is bound to have some. If you come across one of their camps, you might find ubrix there. Ubrix. Alright, well, we do know where the camps are. Alright. Yeah, I want to speak to her as well, because she likes to have a wee chat this morning. Inspection. How can I serve you? Looking for a hatchet or a helmet? I bought you your metal. Perfect. Now I have enough material. Here comes the hard part. I need blood. An enemy's blood. The creator of the hammer. Excuse me. The creator of this hammer hardened it in blood of a sworn enemy. This made the hammer incredibly powerful and furious. Should you want to reforge it, it will require another such hardening. I'm old, most of my enemies are dead, but there's one that's still breathing, the witch that slew my family. Oh, how I would love to harden the hammer in her blood. I could never defeat her though, but I know she's been spotted in an isolated outpost in the forest. She has a distinguishing mark. She's missing 2 fingers and she's got the look of the devil. If you slay the witch, collect her blood and bring her to me. I'll give you the reforged hammer in exchange. I don't have anyone to leave it to. This will make you the clan member avenging my family. Outpost in the forest. Yep. Okay.